Hello everyone and welcome to another double feature draft. And there's a nice common in the pack, Ecstatic Awakener, and a nice uncommon in Wildspawn Spider, but the pick is going to be one of these rares. Now I do like the Olivia's Attendance maybe more than most. It is, a clumsy 6 mana creature, but it has menace, it has a nice ping ability. I mean, once you have 6 mana, the 3 mana ping isn't. I mean, you can usually use it twice at that point, and then the blood tokens are gonna be. I mean, you're gonna be swimming in them because also combat damage counts as for the trigger. It's not only the ping ability, but still, Jadar, such a nice 2-drop. I mean, if there's a high quality 6-drop and a high quality 2-drop, you should take the 2-drop at least early in the draft, and you don't have any other mana curve to, you know, use as a reference point. Alright, so now the other rare has been taken. I'm not taking the Gambit here. The Voltaic Visionary is good. Root Call Creeper is good. But I should definitely take the Felstinger because it's also very good synergy with this thing. This makes a Decayed Zombie, then I can eat it on turn 3, and then I get another Decayed Zombie. For example, that kind of curve out will be extremely powerful. So let's take this and stay mono black for now. I mean, I don't mean to draft mono black, but let's keep the peaks black when I can. So usually the thing is that you want to pick the best possible cards from packs, but this was the best card from that pack. I also like the 3/1 uncommon from red, but when there's no, I mean the tiebreaker should be what colors you have picked, earlier, and I would even maybe take some slightly weaker card over a more powerful card if that fits with my earlier pick. But it's really situation dependent. It's not easy to have any hard and fast rule for it. It really depends on many factors. But in this case, the Felstinger was, I think, quite easy pick, considering what the other cards the pack had. Now here are quite a bit weaker stuff. I do like the Burly Breaker, and the reason this wasn't such a decent card in Midnight Hunt was that the werewolves were mainly bad and green was a fairly weak color. That's not the case in this double feature draft. Now, if I'm taking a green card, I'm taking this over the Broodweaver. The Broodweaver I don't think is very good. And then what black here is, there's only no way out. There's a Silver Bolt. I think this is a fairly weak pack, but I'm happy to take the Burly Breaker. It's totally fine here. Wow. Now this isn't a weak pack at all. I mean, the cards you're happy to pick here: Angelic Quartermaster, Diagraph Horde, Ecstatic Awakener, Flameblessed Bolt, Moonrage's Slash, Baneblade Scoundrel. It's not that good. It's not something you're happy to pick. And then there's still a clear shot. So I'm thinking here that, I mean, am I going to take a red removal spell? Because based on this, red might be open. Although 2 rares have been taken and then 1 common. So I can't really interpret any signals when people might be redrafting. Or they might just be strong rares. So it's quite close. The Ecstatic Awakener would be also very good. But I take the clear shot because if I'm going to, be black-green, this is a very good card in that archetype. Alright, so there's a Diagraph Rebirth. I do like it quite a bit. You get the flashback option. So basically it is you get 2 creatures back and you can get some nice discounts. It's easily the pick over the Desperate Farmer, which would be the other consideration here. Funnily, both the draw 2 cards are here from black from different sets. Alright, anyway, it's easy to take the black-green card now that I picked black and green cards earlier in the draft. Alright, so here, Shadow Beast Sighting. I like it quite a bit. This is also like an extra card when you have 7 mana available. It has a weakness in bounce spells, but I think it's still worth it. I mean, picking it over the other options. Vampire's Keys, no thanks. The best card is the Cavern Silversmith, then the Bait Hook Angler is quite good. I could take the Toxic Scorpion as a 2-drop, but I think it's such an uninteresting card that I will just take the Evolving Wilds for now to fix a little bit mana And I assume to be black-green, but that can still change based on what I open in pack 2. Or if something very weird stuff is gonna still be passed to me here in pack 1. Alright, so I don't even have the Toxic Scorpion option now. The Runebound Wolf, I don't really think I'm gonna, try to see that Wolf archetype here. I'll take another Evolving Wilds. Now I'm actually able to splash for something with 2 Evolving Wilds. It's gonna be a lot easier to consider some splashes. So no one cared about the Wildspawn Spider. It's clearly the best card in this pack. So if I ignore the black, there are 3 black cards here, although the Rebirth is kind of splashable. I could take the Spider, but there is still the Duel for Dominance. Maybe I should just take it. I don't like it too much though. Actually, I'll take the Spider. I don't think the Duel for Dominance is really that good at all. Here, I guess I'll stay black. I mean, this doesn't mean I'm gonna draft blue, but if I get something crazy good blue, in that case, I will be happy that I have the Wildspawn Spider here in case it's gonna be a blue-green deck. I could take 20 gems, but actually the Path Whisperer is like a playable card, so let's take it. The same goes here. I could take 20 gems, but I'll take the Broodweaver, Millipede, and Millipede has actually slight synergy with the Rebirth because this can mill the flashback card. Get some additional bit of value. Okay, I'm not playing the Mulch. I don't really think it's very playable card at all. At least not in Crimson Vow. Or was it in Midnight Hunt? No, it wasn't Crimson Vow. Okay, I got a 2-drop as the last possible pick. That's interesting. Alright, so now definitely not moving to blue. There's a Patrician Geist, which is of course very nice card. But I have better options. I think I mean there's also the Ecstatic Awakener, but the Forebear, the Bleed Dry, and the Awakener are really decent stuff, and then there's still the Bloodtithe Collector, Wolfking Outcast, and Glutinous Quest that could be good. Although the Outcast probably not so great in black and green. I think there's not that many werewolves in black. There's like 1 common werewolf, maybe that's it. The question is, do I take the rare evasive creature or just the high quality removal spell? And I do think I want to have the removal spell. This is like a bit slower deck. I don't necessarily want that my 3-drop is unable to block anything. So I'll take the Bleed Dry here over the rare. Okay, look at this. Look at this pack. Oh man. Wow. I mean, there are some playables here like the Harvestite Sentry and Desperate Farmer, but the question is what I'm gonna pick here from the upper row here. I think I will take the Old Radstein. I do have double Evolving Wilds, but this quadruple casting mana cost, this is really, limiting. I have a double black here already. I think I should, by the way, cut the Wildspawn Spider and the Groom's Finery. I don't really care about them. The Lumbernut is of course great, but I hope it comes back, or maybe like at least something like a Desperate Farmer or Harvestite Sentry comes back. I think the Rothstein is slightly better than this because this is just more castable, but this is obviously a game-winning card whenever you get to cast it. And with double Evolving Wilds it could happen, but I just like the 3 mana card now more. Alright, someone gets an Organ Hoarder. I have a Diagraph Horde, which I would absolutely take over the Cloaked Cadet. There's a Grisly Ritual, but I have a Clear Shot. I have a Bleed Dry currently. This is not very amazing card, and you can maybe get these kind of cards later in the draft. I do like the Diagraph Horde more. But I also have a bunch of expensive cards, but it's not like I'm gonna take Massive Might from this pack. I'll take 1 Horde here, but I will have to, not take a lot of 5 mana cards anymore. And then there's a Brambleworm. How about the 7 mana card? Well, man. There's a 3-drop and there's a 2-drop, which my curve needs a lot more than expensive stuff. This is just a very good card, so it's gonna be tough to pass it. But I think I have to pick a card that is better for my mana curve. And I think it's gonna just be the Sporeback Wolf, random 2-drop, because I have only 2 mana cards here, so I'll take the 2-drop for curve reasons. As sad as it is sometimes, but it is the reasonable thing to do. Right, here I could maybe take the Occultist because I have the BO1 exploit thing, giving like a bit more chance to have a good food for this. I don't have that many good targets. Well, not targets, but fodder for it. The decayed zombies here, the decayed zombies from the Trigraph Horde. I guess if the Broodweaver dies, the 1-2 reach guy, this can give me one tokens. But I'll take the Occultist because it's it's totally fine. And here probably won't be playing any of this. Hall of the Hunt is just not very good. I mean, this is not the 4-drop I'm gonna be playing. I have a bunch of 4s here already, all of which I'm gonna play over this thing. Flesh Taker, of course, black and white. Duress not playable. I'm not gonna play any of these, so I'll just take random uncommon. It's a best of 1 draft, so no need to worry about any kind of sideboarding here. Yep. I'll take the Weaver of Blossoms. Yeah, I have some. I might want to have access to a lot of mana, so with the flashback here, and just have the I mean, with these 5 drops in general. Let's take the Weaver here. And yeah, not gonna be the Snarling Wolf. How about the No Way Out? No, I don't really like that. It is going to give me a Decayed Zombie. If I had like maybe 2 Fell Stingers or something like that, could be considered. I take the Might of the Old Ways. I'd rather have a massive Might, but I'll take it for now. Okay, this was the pack that had a lot of good stuff. I think there was another pack later too that had a lot of good stuff. But now, do I take the Bloodtithe Collector? Because problem is, I have a lot of 5s. Glutinous Quest I could just randomly pick, and yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take the 5-mana flyer now. I'll take the quest for curve reasons. Okay, I got back the Lambenot. That I'm taking, and also, I mean, I didn't actually pay attention to that fact that this could still come to me while I took the Glutinous Quest, but now that I did, it's great with the Lambenot. Alright, Massive Might is gonna be picked over the Grizzly Ritual just for the reason that I don't wanna have that many expensive cards. I wanna have something that is actually cheap. Alright, I'm not playing the Blood Pact. I don't think losing 2 life, I don't like that. I'll just take an uncommon. And Plummet not playable in best of 1. I'll take the Millipede, but I can assure you I'm not gonna play both of them. Okay, give me something good. Oh, nice red cards. Well, this 2-1 for 1 is not like amazing. It's playable, and if you are on an aggressive deck, it's actually quite decent because of the cheap cost. But Stensia Uprising is the better red card, but there's also a Moonrage's Slash. I could be splashing something like Moonrage's Slash, but I'm not sure I want to pick that thing here now. I don't have anything else red. I could still, get past something red, but I feel the deck is fine enough. What I like here is the Undying Malice, actually. I have some creatures I might want to keep coming back, so I'll take the Malice here. It's a nice 1-mana trick here. Actually, almost everything that is a 1-mana card that can help you save a very, very expensive card can be quite valuable. Massive Might can help my 5-mana creature survive in combat. This can, make 1 return. Don't underestimate 1-mana tricks. Snakeskin Whale in Kaldheim was also great. Alright, so what's the pick here? I like the Hoppling Zombie, but I think I might want to have a 2-drop still. I don't have still enough of them. The Harvestite Sentry, not the best thing. I will take it over the one that can't block. Yeah, I'll take the Sentry here for curve reasons. The Howling Zombie would give me another Decayed Zombie for the Fellstinger, but since I have only 1 Fellstinger, I'm not going to worry about too much about the synergy, I don't think. Alright, so how about Covered Cutpurse? So this thing, destroy target creature you don't control that was dealt damage. So this is classic. Sometimes black has these effects even at common. Now it's an uncommon. So I can attack with anything into anything that, as long as my attacker deals damage, this can finish it off. And it's a very expensive 5-mana 2/2 Flying Death Touch creature when played from the graveyard. I think I still like it more than the Grizzly Ritual. I guess I would play 1 Grizzly Ritual, but I'm not gonna pick it, early. If it comes back, maybe I'll pick it and play it. but I will take the cut purse for now. Now this is not two evolving wilds and the 26 cards, so one cut already is gonna happen, and I think it's quite easy. It's going to be the Might of the Old Ways. Okay, so there's another red removal spell. So if I went to the splash route, I could maybe take the Flame Blessed Bolt here. Now I can take a Harvest Tide Sentry or the Silver Bolt. It's gonna be one of them. I'll just auto choose something in case I'll run out of time. I guess the Silver Bolt is... I don't have a lot of removal, so I'll take the removal spell. Yeah. And here, Desperate Farmer, Pithing Needle could be picked to get me 20 gems, because I don't think the Desperate Farmer is that much better than the other options I have here. Don't care about the lifelink, really. I'll take 20 gems because I don't mind playing most of these cards, and I have a bunch of cuts to make already. So I don't think the Desperate Farmer is really any better than the other options I have. So let's take a rare finally for some additional gems. Alright, what is Olivia's Midnight Ambush doing this late in this draft? Heirloom Mirror, I remember, was quite slow. It seems like it could be quite decent. You get to, improve the quality of cards in your hand, and then you get nice 4/4 flyer, but it's very slow. I ended up not liking that card at all in Midnight Hunt. But yeah, here I have still some decent creatures, but of course I'll take the high quality removal spell instead. Here I won't be playing the whole of the hunt, so I'll take just sort of a hate draft, even though when it's not a pod draft it doesn't really matter. Okay, another pack where I won't be playing anything, so 20 gems please. Wild Spawn Spider, no, there's a... I'm not taking it because there's 20 gems. Yeah, I don't think blue was even that open, so I never would have gotten an amazing blue green deck, despite having the 2 spiders here. Okay, let's take all the gems now that other people don't care about rares either. Alright. Fine. Nice. This is really good uncommon, but no one was in the archetype apparently. There's also Festival Crasher that late. Sometimes it would be interesting to see how from every point of view, how the draft went and why some certain cards come so late. For example, the Corpse Gobble, amazing card, but no one is blue-black because this came so late. Wow, I got the Shady Traveler last pick. Okay, I'm not playing the Groom's Finery, not the Bramble Armor, not none of these. So I'm going to play 17 lands, and that's going to mean cutting one card. Now I said I will be cutting one of the millipedes, and I think that's still holding true. 17 creatures, 9 non-creatures so far, 3 cuts to make. Yeah, I will play this high end. I will play all the 4 mana cards. Oh. Might of the Old Ways, so that is an easy cut, but I need to still cut 2. Oh. Maybe I don't play all the 4 mana cards. Because I'm not gonna cut the early curve. Novice Occultist, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops plus the Midnight Ambush, which could be played early. Oh, I'm not cutting any of the 2 mana cards. How about the Silver Bolt? I do have a removal here. How many? 1, 2, 3. I might need the Silver Bolt even though it's quite slow. I mean, it's total of 4 mana for 3 damage. Not great, but of course the bonus with that card is that it kills any werewolf. It doesn't kill a wolf, by the way. It's only a werewolf. So in Crimson Vow there was the wolf or werewolf archetype. For example, the 6 mana 6/6 wolf spirit, you can't kill it with the Silver Bolt because it's only a wolf and not a werewolf. But still, I think I want to play the Silver Bolt. I'm thinking about the Massive Might or the Undying Malice, but I just like those cheap tricks. I guess the Broodweaver can go. I don't have anything that blocks flyers other than that one card, but I guess I have to just try to outrace flyers. I like my other 4-drops. I guess this can make a token. This can also, you know, not make the token, and then this is quite bad. I don't actually have that easy way to connect early. That's right, I'm gonna cut the Bat Whisperer. I don't know, I kind of was blind to it, but it's not that amazing of a card. Especially in a deck like this when I don't know if I even can connect early. That's an easy cut actually. Should have been an easy cut right away. But now I will play the remaining 4 mana cards. So is there a 3 mana card I want to cut? Glutonos Quest, it still gives the blood token. I'm thinking that one of the 1 mana cards could go. Massive Might is my like only pump spell, although Clear Shot does give a +1/+1 boost. Do I need the Massive Might? It is quite nice with, you know, stuff like Burly Breaker, for instance. Cutting a 2-drop just hurts me, the idea of it. I guess the Silver Bolt might be the card that eventually goes. I just need to, you know, use my other removal spells, and yeah, I think the Silver Bolt is such a mana inefficient card in most cases. It will always cost you 4 mana. I mean, 1+3. It's never gonna give you that great value unless you kill like a 4 mana. Sorry, well, if you kill a 4 mana werewolf, that's kind of okay. But if you kill a 5 or 6 mana werewolves, that's gonna be better. But quite often you have to use this on something that costs 2 or 3, and then it's not so great. I like these Undying Malice and the Massive Might more. Yeah, that's the deck. I play both Evolving Wilds, and I have 13 and 13 thanks to multiple, you know, golden cards. So that's as if I played 26 cards, but these count for both, so it is 23. But I have to play 8-7 basics here. I have a Bleed Dry Doublecaster and a Burly Breaker Doublecaster. I suppose the Weaver of Blossoms can add both colors. Yeah, I mean, I have to have some kind of tiebreaker. I suppose I'll just, because of the Weaver, I put more forests. With 2 Evolving Wilds, my mana should work quite nicely most of the time anyway. So that's like 10 for green and 9 for black. Like so. Plus the Weaver can give me the black in case I keep a starting hand with 3 forests and Weaver of Blossoms. This kind of counts as black. Okay. Okay, this is no 2-drops, but I have a couple of 3-drops, both of which I can cast. And Shadow Beast Siding could also be my turn for play if I draw a single land here. And there it is. Let's have the Menace guy here. Will be a 4/4 during night. Hoppling Zombie. Well, okay. That's fine because I have the Midnight Ambush now. I don't really want to trade the 4/4 on it, but now I probably won't. But let's see what other stuff the opponent has. They play blue, so they could of course have bounce spell on the 4/4. This could mean that they have a thing that does something when I have lost life during the turn, but they could have also like another Hoppling Zombie. That's also possible. Otherwise they wouldn't be racing here. Maybe they have a bounce spell, although if they have a bounce spell they would have maybe bounced this before giving me the option to block. Well, they can be many tricks. Undying Malice is one. Okay, Henrika. Why wouldn't they do this pre-combat? because this only triggers at the beginning of... I don't know, maybe they wanted the Decayed Zombie to happen, something like that. Well, I'm gonna kill it. I'm not gonna play a spell here. I would otherwise be able to play the quest and the ambush, but of course, now that the Shady Traveler made it into a knight, I'm going to at least try to kill it. I mean, this is gonna be it's an amazing mythic rare, so of course I have to try to kill it. Now it is gonna be minus 13. Minus 13, they need some kind of a counter spell. Also, a side effect is that now the Stalking Predator is a 4/4 menace instead of 2/3, so if the opponent... Okay, they do have a counter spell. So they can now make us both sacrifice a creature. Well, I'm gonna sacrifice the token here. Do they have a 2-mana play? Now, if they have also a 2-mana play with the Wars Away, it's going to be incredibly frustrating. Although, actually, I'm gonna sacrifice the Predator because I don't have anything in my graveyard to return with the Rebirth. So I think I'm gonna sack the Predator. Assuming they choose that mode, of course, they can choose any of these 3 modes. They can draw a card and lose 1 life. They can transform it right away for a 3/4 lifelink Death Touch Flyer. A Ludowich. Alright. So that is... Alright. Blue, black, X. Okay, I'm gonna sack this guy, like I said. Just to have something for the Rebirth. Transform. Exile X creature cards. Becomes a copy of a creature card exiled with it. 4/4. Yeah. I'm dead. I can't beat them. I guess next turn I have the 7 mana available, but the problem here is that they get the 3/4 lifelink flyer. It's going to be hard to erase it. And so they can use... This is at least a sorcery speed activation, but they can simply... So it has all the... it becomes a copy of... Okay, they have... What? What is this? Henrika, Ludowich, Geralf, Visionary Stitcher here. Well, they didn't have now mana to use this one now that they played the Geralf here, but this is crazy. I mean, this is only rares here and mythic rare. They did play a common, uncommon, and well, let's see. The fact they gain life now is really miserable here. I can connect for 4, but it really doesn't help too much. No point attacking with the 2/3 here. I mean, yeah, if they... I mean, it becomes a 4/4 and then put a number of +1/+1 counters on. Yeah, so they will be... This will be bigger than 4/4. They can currently exile 1 card. It will be a 5/5. Well, this doesn't have act... No, it is... It becomes a copy, yeah. Blue, black, zombie, yeah, whatever. I have lost the game. Mostly to the Henrika, but even... I mean, it still doesn't help me that they have the Geralf here and the Ludowich, which is gonna become quite big here. And this can also use the pump ability, although it's quite expensive and it only helps itself, I guess, but... Well... I mean, I have removal spells. I can draw a Bleed Dry. I can draw a the green that gives +1/+1 and makes my creature deal damage to someone else equal to its power. What's the card's name? I can't remember it now. But they are gonna go to at least 10 life. It's not going to be easy. But they are thinking now something. I have to pause the recording. Okay, they just went to combat attack with Henrika here. And then, of course, they gain 3 life. I'm down to 9. But yeah, raising a lifelinker is always... I mean, when they have... Okay, they made it into a knight though. So this is now 4 minis. I hope they... Well, I don't hope, but I assume they do realize Ludewig is a sorcery speed activation. Alright, so now with the Diecraft Horde I can eat their graveyard. So that Ludewig won't at least be that amazing. But this can make a sacrifice another... I mean, they have something in their hand, of course. So I'm not really too, excited about this turn. But I mean, I'm gonna attack with everything, and otherwise I just lose the game. So I have only 4 4s here, so it should be quite good. Oh, they are hovering over the Ludewig. It says sorcery. Activate only as a sorcery. If they were meaning to make this into a big blocker, that's a mistake they made, but let's now see if they actually... I mean, if they just passed it with the intention to transform Ludewig, that doesn't work on my turn. I mean, if that was the only thing they have... I mean, they have the sacrifice available here, but it's not very good. They can only make a 4/4. Only a 4/4, and by sacrificing a very good creature, though. Okay, there's an Infernal Grasp. Well, that still puts them to 8. They can't take this through. Wow. I thought they had something... So they only needed to do Ludewig transformation on their turn, I guess. I mean, they have to block. If they don't have other interaction, they will lose. So one of these guys has to block. And then I'll eat those 2 cards from their graveyard, so the Ludewig can't even become a copy. X can't be 0, does it say so? X can't be 0. They have exactly 2 creature cards in their graveyard. I can exile them with the Diecraft Horde. Are they gonna have a counter spell for this? I guess I play Jadar first. If they have a Syncopate, they can get this anyway. So I'd rather offer this here if they have like a Siphon Essence or something like that. Let's try. They do have something here for sure. Aha, it was a Siphon Essence. How smart I am. I'm the smartest guy in the world. Believe me, I said it. I do now double spell, of course. This will become now a smaller guy. But I'm gonna get 2 zombie tokens. They are gonna go to at least 7. But this is still great for me, because the Ludewig can't transform now. I will eat the only creature cards in their graveyard. Geralf and the Hobbling Zombie. Now they do have a blood token, so if they can discard a creature card, then they can transform Ludewig, but that's taking their entire turn. And I'm not dead yet. And they need to have the creature card, of course. They're running out of time too. They are thinking about the blood token. That's the only thing that's gonna be relevant for them, isn't it? Anyway, I have a lot of power on the battlefield. This is 11. This is 15 power. They will be going to 7 life. Oh, this is actually not gonna be 4/4. It's gonna be only a 2/3, unless the opponent passes their turn. And if they're gonna go for the Ludewig play, they probably won't be playing any spell. But now they run out of their last timeout. They just were able to do that, discarding a Crawl from the Cellar to draw a card. Yeah, well, that didn't do anything, because it needs a target on the graveyard. But they also now use their blood token, so they can no longer discard a creature card just like that. So Ludewig is just a 2/3 now. They have to have at least 1 target creature in order to use this ability. They get to mill a card if they attack, but I mean, attacking, it's a sorcery speed activation. They can't mill a creature and then mid-combat transform this. I'll just block it with a 3/4. Yeah, okay. I guess the opponent, if they did use the Ludovic correctly, I think they... I mean, this would have been a what? A 5-5, I guess? At least a 5-5. So I couldn't have attacked with the 4-4s that don't have many. So I could have attacked with this one guy, and then they had the Infernal Grasp here. Well, I mean, if opponent messed up, that's a win for me, I guess. Okay, this is actually a nice one. I can go 2-3, another 3-drop, a removal spell, both colors. And the opponent kept 7, so do I. Get the swamp here. Oh, that's gonna be good with the Rootstain. I mean, is it a root? Is it like a Rotstain? It's not a Rotstain. I don't know. Alright, so there is that thing. And this swamp is actually too similar to the forest. It's a bit hard to maybe tell them apart, but I guess I didn't really think that when I was adding lands to my deck. They're really same kind of a color scheme in this. Okay, if they attack, am I gonna block? I mean, this can be unblockable with Coven. I guess I'm gonna take the 2 for now, see what they have, because I have, things that can easily block this. Headless Rider, okay, so if I offer a trade with that thing, they'll get a 2/2 token. Well, I mean, I guess it's better to deal with it while they, I mean, because they might have other zombies then, okay, they don't block. They might have other zombies there. Okay, now I think I'm gonna start getting value from the Rootstain. It has an ETB effect too, so I'm gonna get at least 1 mil out of it, and it's gonna give me an insect token, treasure token, or a blood token. So all of them will be good at this point. I could play the Weaver of Blossoms, but I like to start using this right away. So that is okay, value, kind of. I would have not minded to, draw this. But it's still, a free sort of, because I milled it, it's now a free spell in my graveyard. So it is value anyway. So do they kill it immediately? Or are they just reading it? They did highlight the old Rootstain there. It's also blocking their board here, so a Circle of Confinement does work there. I was hoping to make a good attack with the Rootstain using the Lambenot, but that didn't happen. Oh well. I had a Search Party Captain. Oh come on, that's an amazing turn for the opponent. Now I'm sad. Well, let's see if they deal with this 4/4. I guess I could play the Lambenot, but also maybe the token first. It's like a slightly worse of a card. Yep. Although I can return the Lambenot with the Rebirth, but it's gonna take more mana than what I currently have. I'm not gonna attack, I'm gonna just leave. Because if they kill the 4/4, I'm not wanting to take 7 additional points of damage. I will block the... I guess I just have to... I don't know, maybe the Search Party Captain after all. Blocking the Rider gives them another 2/2 here. But I just hope they don't have an answer for the Beast, because it starts to look very bad if they have the kill on that thing too. Yeah, this turn 4 they had is really good. Okay, Fellstinger, that's a zombie, so okay, they could have gone for value, but they sacrificed the non-zombie thing. Alright, well now they don't have attacks. I can trade with the Fellstinger. Alright, Lambenot, leave mana up for Massive Might, or Weaver of Blossoms leave mana up for both the Midnight Ambush and Massive Might, and also with the Weaver I can make mana for, you know, the Rebirth and the Shadow Beast Sighting. This gets, you know, some discounts, but the Shadow Beast Sighting is always 7. I guess the 1/4/4 is enough. I'm gonna play the Weaver here. Also, it's nice to leave mana up for both of those things. I actually have Coven now, but it doesn't really. I mean, I'm gonna. This thing has a job. Block the Fellstinger. Although, I mean, in that case, if they attack with the Fellstinger, I think I will use the Midnight Ambush on the Headless Rider before, because that thing is a zombie, so it's kind of annoying to, you know, give them more than enough. I mean, more value for this than just the 1 token they get by when the Headless Rider dies itself. Okay. Well, this is gonna be one of those longer games because they still have 3 cards in their hand, thanks to Fellstinger and the Search Party Captain both drawing them extra cards. So, of course, the Siege Zombie is super annoying too. But I mean, I have to kill the Rider because it is gonna give them otherwise way too many free tokens from the other zombies they have. There's just no other. I mean, this is really not what I want to do, but if I want to have any kind of progress here, that is what I do have to do. Okay, they actually choose to. They were never gonna block with those guys. I guess that's fine for me. Alright, so now I do have the 7 mana to play maybe the another sighting here. The sentry won't be blocked by the 2 power guys because Coven is now happening. I will offer the trade, the 4/4 trade on the. Although it's not really nice to attack with these guys and then tap down the Blossom to play a 4/4 because they can attack back. Although it's not a good attack into my 4/4. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I could still play the Lampenot post-combat. It doesn't benefit me pre-combat anyway, because these don't have more toughness than power. Oh, are they gonna go that? Oh, that's really good if they choose that line, because now my Massive Might gets incredible value here. Jeez, opponent. No respect for pump spells. You had a Death Toucher you could have used to block this thing. Wow. Well, this is different now. There's nothing to return, even though the Rebirth is now cheaper, but I'm gonna play the land. I have a blood token, I know, but I want to also be able to cast the Shadow Beast Sighting, so I'm gonna play the land anyway now. Even though it was unnecessary. Okay, so now I still have all these 4/4s, and they for some reason chose that the Fellstinger is a card they need to keep around. Why wouldn't they block the 4/4 with it though? Huh. Blood Pact, okay, lose life, draw cards, so they are not running out of cards. They have the lifelink aura here too, but I guess they don't have anything too big to put it on, so they will be losing the creature once they get the life once and then the creature dies, hopefully at least. Yeah, I can just keep attacking. I can even attack with the Weaver of Blossoms, but of course I'll see what I draw now. Land. So that means I could attack with the Weaver because I can still play the 7/7, but do I want to? It's gonna be deal 3 as long as the Lampenot is alive, because it uses its toughness. It doesn't matter though. It can still be double blocked with these guys without me being able to kill both of them. They could have, of course, something, but I'm not really. I think I'm not attacking with the Weaver. I also might want to leave this forest to discard on the blood token. So let's just, I have a Coven now happening. Yeah, I do have a Coven happening. So let's do this. And again, this will be not only the Felstinger can block the sentry. I will attack with these guys at least. And Weaver. It would trade with the Siege Zombie. That's what would happen there if I'm gonna attack with it. I mean, it's really tempting. I don't necessarily. It seems the opponent is on the defensive here. Yeah, I'll just play the siding, maybe post-combat, or maybe the rebirth if like the Lambenot guy dies or something like that. Because if I draw spells, that's great. If I draw lands, then I can still use the blood token. Plus, of course, if I draw like a mediocre spell, I can in that case. In that case, I can still use the blood token. It's not like you don't have to use a land on the blood token. Alright, so they're taking 7 if this is gonna go through. I take one last life loss here. Then I can play another 4/4 here. But they have only a 2/2 Drug infantry. And if the Lambenot is gonna be having bad time here, I can return it. Okay? So now that makes... This is still dealing 2 to the Siege Zombie, so it's fine. They took another few points of life loss. So now I can use the rebirth very cheaply. Okay, yeah, that means I'm going to use the blood token now. Although, nah, I'm not gonna regret it. I'm not gonna regret it. I won't be able to cast the sighting. Well, now I can play it on the next turn. Alright, Lambenot it is. And basically a 4/4. Doesn't do anything else right now. But yeah, they do have, of course, 5 cards in hand thanks to all the card draw they have played in this game. So it's still not... I'm not in the clear yet. But I have a Coven again for the sentry. Because this is 3, this is 1, and this is 4 power. Do they not... okay. So they have a mass removal effect by invitation on the or the cleave spell that kills all creatures. Fine, I'll block here. I mean, they're not gonna do this attack unless they have a mass removal effect. Okay, so what are they thinking? Did they hope that I don't block and they have something that does something when I lost life that turn? I don't know. I mean, doesn't it have to be a thing that kills both of these now? It wasn't a combat trick. I mean, it could have been a combat trick, but it wasn't. Traveling Minister, okay. No mass removal. What was that attack all about? They wanted to put the thing on the graveyard. Oh, that's the clear shot. That's the great one. Interesting. So I can kill the Silversmith if I want to. I can actually just double. I mean, let them have a double block here, because then I get some very nice value. Because yeah, but there's an option to maybe just still let the trade happen there and play just play the Shadow Beast siding, but it has to be wrong, right? If I attack with both, I don't think, yeah, I can't get, yeah, I mean this can eat the Harvest Sentry, so I can't do that without using the clear shot. But if I don't use the clear shot post combat, I mean pre-combat, I mean, they will just block the sentry and that doesn't benefit me in any way. What I can do though, no, I could pre-combat use this to kill this. I mean the 3/4 with the heavy sentry. I can't do it with the Lambenot. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do here. Not sure this is the smartest thing, but because I kind of want to use my removal on the things that have these auras, but if they do the double block, okay, if they don't block at all, I will play the sighting. If they do a jump block, I mean that's fine for me. If they jump with the traveling minister, then I will play the Shadow Beast sighting. If they double block, they don't have anything to play these auras on. So now I'll just have a clear shot on this thing. And then they still have this board to worry about, and I still get the Coven for this thing once I actually cast the Shadow Beast sighting. Now they have 4 cards in their hand. These things don't do anything unless they have creatures on the battlefield. I really don't understand. They really wanted me to take the damage here. Maybe they have the Bat Whisperer or whatever. Some way to benefit from me taking damage. They are checking out their circle of confinement. Why would they do that? They are deep in the tank. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to again post the recording. There's not much really. I mean, I can guess what they could be holding there, but apparently they are not holding anything. So do I want the Coven to happen? Do I want the Coven to happen now? Because is there a flash creature for those colors in either of the sets, Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt? Is there some instant speed token generating? I don't think there is. Am I gonna regret this? I guess they just have a removal spell on the Lambenot and that's it. Nothing else than that. Defenestrate. Okay. Now they have 2 lethal targets to deal with. They do have a bunch of removal in the deck. But now can they deal with both of these? There was a mass removal. So did they miscount it or something? I mean, that was the way the opponent can win. And now they get the lifelinker at some point. The fact that, yeah, okay. So I did need to have the 2. They have multiple lifelinkers. It's all for nothing. The fact they went down to 3 life doesn't matter at all. Okay, I can't win with this Fellstinger, so I need to draw the cards here. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't playing around Fangis the Ward, because if I didn't play the other creature, that would have allowed me to... Okay, this is at least good. I get rid of that stuff there. Yeah, I needed exactly this card, by the way. But I mean, the Vanquish the Weak cost exactly 6 because there were 2 creatures on the battlefield. But I mean, of course I was gonna play the 4/4 token from the graveyard. But this actually allows me to, as funny as it sounds, this allows me to wow, I can still win here. So I'm gonna attack with this because they have to block it. And then if they double block it, I can use the Undying Malice. Just hope they don't have anything. Jeez, am I gonna win with the Diecraft Horde? Because that felt so... I can even exile the Ancestor that just died. They get life, of course, but I mean, this is still good for me. I got a 4/5. And then whatever, if they have a return stuff from graveyard, I guess I don't want like the Cavern Silversmith. There's too many good targets anyway. Okay, so they can attack now. And I think I will just block with the Occultist, not because I care about going to 6, but... Can they attack? They would gain actually 3 life now. Yeah, that's problem. That they have the Heron of Hope now. Darn, I thought I was in a good shape now. but they gain so much life. This even makes them gain more than that. So if I attack with everything, they can gain 6 life from these creatures alone. They are effectively at 13 life. They block a 2/2 and a 2/2. They take 9 damage. They will be still at 4 life after all is said and done. I lose all my decades on this. So the only attack I have here is the Digraph Horde. At least they can't block without losing, guys. But they will be able to attack back. But yeah, I mean the Heron of Hope. That was horrible. I need to draw my spells now. I can't draw any more lands. I have Evolving Wilds here and a Forest in my graveyard. I have 12 lands. Okay, so there are 5 lands left in the deck and 10 non-lands. Okay, they didn't attack, but darn, I guess the Heron of Hope, if it attacked, they go to 6. It's not enough, maybe. I guess I hope they have lands too in the hand. That's what I need to happen. Now my deck has... oh, that still requires a double block, so there is that. That still requires a double... oh, with the Heron, okay, they block with... I mean, that actually does make sense, because now they get more life, but I get to kill the Heron of Hope and the Cathar Commando. I wish I had, you know, something else than lands in my hand. Oh, they didn't activate the Heron of Hope. They missed 3 life there. Wow. Okay, there. Okay, and now a covered cut, finally. Let's go. This isn't exactly lethal. They can block a Decayed Zombie. They go to 8 and they basically are at 1 life, but I get to kill this thing now. With the cut purse. Yeah, these slow animations. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. Now, how many kindly ancestors have I dealt with? Oh man, that's so funny. So... they need something again that... I mean, they can play any creature and 2 mana gives it lifelink. But... okay, that is a small creature only. But they have to keep it lifelink if that's the only thing they have. Because that's the only... now they can block the cut burst, but okay, I drew a land, but it actually doesn't matter if they don't have anything. They have to block the cut burst, and I can play my Death Touch Flyer. They still be at 1 when all is said and done. And I got rid of the lifelink aura. Okay, so now I have a very high frequency of spells in the deck at least. Okay, I didn't imagine this to happen when they played the Vanquish the Horde and I started drawing lands and they had the life gainers there, but I guess the opponent did maybe mess up somewhere. I don't know, I'm not sure, but it seems like they might have played a little bit better and maybe bought an additional turn or so. Well, anyway, that was it. Sure, I'll keep it. I can eat the Gluttonous Quest for the Felstinger if this Fun 4 won't be needed. But 5 landers is never that amazing. Oh, did I talk about something about the curve with the Jadar into Felstinger? When I was drafting, when I picked those 2 cards, they were my first 2 picks. I still need them to not have removal on the Jadar. I mean, before it goes to my end step. But if this works, it's gonna be amazing. Yes, it is amazing. Now they can kill the Jadar. I already got the zombie token. Oh, they choose to. So this will die in combat, so I can't attack with it. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's fine. Draw 2 new cards. Opponent missing land drops there. This is just yeah, this is... I mean, this is my dream start, and they stumbling there. Although I'm a bit flooded here, but of course I still have playable spells here. I get a blood token from here. Okay, they are discarding down to hand size, so I guess the game is very close to over. I can still apply some creatures here, even though they won't be super high impact. Okay. I'll just play my 2-drops here, and I mean, if your opponent has exactly nothing, these 2-drops will be totally fine. And I have the massive might to push through. And the Death Toucher. This is also threatening to be Death Touch, so they need like a first strike blocker, and then, okay, they just can't draw a land. Alright. 4, 6, 7, not lethal with the massive might, so I won't even try. Yeah, whatever. There's no 3 mana Wrath they can use here to Wrath the board here, so I think they are dead. Did they find the 3rd land now when it's way too late? On the play with all black cards, all forests. Man, this hand would be so nice, because the Ratstain into Lambanat curve is also pretty impressive. But I mean, this hand is horrible if I don't draw a swamp. Like very, very soon. I have to mulligan this. Yeah, this is nowhere near as good, but it's still fine. Malice is the least useful one. I mean, if it takes until turn forward, I get to play something at least. Okay, more 4-drops. I mean, the Malice it's good with the, I mean, the Broodweaver with the Lambanat, but it's definitely, oh, well, Vampire's Kiss. But yeah, I mean, I would have had to put something else away. Okay, weird. Well, let's play the Sighting now. They are not playing blue, so no bounce spell is coming. They have to use an actual removal spell on that. So they played a turn 2 Vampire's Kiss, nothing on turn 3 except apparently this. Actually, this is, yeah, this is now their turn 3 when they discarded the swamp on that thing. Well, I guess, but there's a Moonveil Regent. That's super annoying. I kill it. I could, you know, not kill it and play the Lambanat. Because this has, of course, the cast trigger, but they have to discard their hand. So yeah, they're not going to do that. It has a death trigger. It will deal... I mean, they have currently no other permanents with colors. So they can play like a something that... And this is also dies, and this thing exiles. Yeah, I'd rather just keep, you know, adding to the board here. I don't mind, I mean, them being able to attack for 4 here. Unless they can have like a select, yeah, if they have a discard spell that allows them to look to my hand and then they make me discard the Bleed Dry, then things could be awkward. Famished Forage, okay, that is, they get, okay, that is not nice, but it is what it is. Because now they can play a 4-3 and outlaw, which, oh, come on. Yeah, I would have been better off using the Bleed Dry, but I didn't know they're gonna have a Famished Forages there. Alright, so if I... They even got the Drain too. If I attack with both, they will block with the Forages, they will not block with the 3-2. I could still like play the Diagraph Horde here. I mean, now that I went this route here, of not killing the Regent here. I mean, I guess I can just attack with one guy and use the Bleed Dry. At some point they can also get benefit from the discard there, but they will be drawing a card there at 4 cards there. So I mean, I'm going for the race now. This is a bit risky, but since I started this route, I wanna follow it through. Okay, that is fine. I can block with this. Although if they have a, well, I mean it's too late now. If they have a way to kill the 3/4, they can attack for 11, and then I might even die. But I mean, I have here what 8. This is also gonna deal 4 because of the Lambenot. I have also lethal attack here, so Mark of Retribution, which is gonna boost their team. Okay, so they had both a kill spell and a boost spell, even in the same card. I wonder if they're attacking. Maybe they are not. Maybe they think that Decay Zombies can block. So this game would have gone a little bit differently. I mean, it's because of the Famished Forages. The only reason they got this crazy good curve out is the Famished Forages that gave them mana. Because they were able to play this and this on the same turn to get this. So if I didn't play the Lambenot, if I just used the Bleed Dry on the region, they would have played one of these cards only without any trigger from this stuff. So I guess against the black-red deck, given that this draft format has Midnight Hunt, which has this mechanic, that rewards for opponent losing life. Maybe I should have rewinded there a bit. I still had my 4/4, I killed this thing. I was thinking that I can win the race. That's why I was kind of ignoring the 4/4 flyer and apply my own 4/4 here and win the race. That was my idea. But now that, of course, massively backfired here, thanks to the Forages. Oh, come on. I have the Sentry here, but then I need specifically a Swamp. But if I do draw it, I have good stuff here. I mean, I have 2 Evolving Wilds, 7 Swamps. I'm gonna keep it. It's 9 outs in 33 cards. It's so nice if I do draw the Swamp. Okay, now a Forest works too. They have Jack-o'-lantern. They draw a card from it. Okay. A Forest works too, but ideally I just draw a Swamp, but let's see. Okay, they actually fixed their mana with their lantern. Candle Trap on that guy. Jeez. I hope they didn't draw their Swamp, because I haven't drawn any land either. That's gonna draw them a card. Yeah, it's gonna look bad. This can still block. Although I don't have to block that. This will die to the 1 damage. I guess I'm gonna absorb 3 damage from there. Okay, Swamp would have been better, because now if they have a removal on this thing. Although, as long as they don't draw the Swamp, how can white remove this with that mana? They can have a pacifism type effect, but that doesn't prevent the mana usage. I do have my Scorpion in my deck. I think I'm gonna still... Yeah, this is gonna be... Maybe they have a... I don't know though. Fine, I'm gonna block it now. If I draw my Scorpion, it's gonna maybe eat some token from this. Plus I want this to be in my graveyard for the millipede to be slightly better. Alright. Oh, they didn't play any spell. I have 5 mana now, and this is gonna be an amazing card. It's gonna be an 8/7 Ward 3. Oh my god. I won't show them what is my second color. Okay, now they are... Okay, they did draw the Swamp, but this has Ward 3. It's not gonna be targetable easily. Okay, with Undying Malice, they might still go for the race here. They can't attack now, of course, but if they take 8, that's quite a lot of damage to take. And they only played 1 spell, so it will stay into night. And I have a nice continuation here if they choose to not block. And if they choose to block, I will get amazing stuff. So I have actually 6 mana available this turn. The Undying Malice will be great here. Yeah, I think they're gonna take 8 here, but I don't mind. That's fine. I don't want to double spell actually, but I think if I play only the millipede though, but it's gonna be only, no, it's not good. So I can play the root stain and then I can leave like Malice mana up. I could play the Jadare though. I mean, how likely is it that they are gonna double spell? That's the question. I'm gonna play the root stain first. See what I mill and what kind of an effect do I get it. Okay, a treasure token. So now I really want it to become to be knight here. This is so much better when it has ward 3 and also bigger stats. And this adds 2 mana. They might double spell, but at least I get all the information. They most likely have to tap out for that. Yeah, I won't be. I mean, I'm at 19. I can take this attack even. Plus, I have the Undying Malice. So now let's see if they have 2 spells. They do have 2 black sources now. Okay, that's 1. Alright, that's a good one. That's a really good card. And that's 2. Alright, so that's a bunch of stuff. So it will become a day now. And sadly, I don't have any castables now, but whatever. Okay, that gives me a token. With the Undying Malice and the Covered Cutpurse, because they still can't, I mean, they have to block with at least 2. And I can save this guy, make it come back with a counter, and then use the Covered Cutpurse that the damage wasn't enough to kill. Definitely worth it. They just don't want to play into tricks. Now they go to quite low life total here, and now I don't have to worry about, you know, playing only a single spell because it's already day, so I'm not gonna play 0 spells here. I will just have now, I mean, I have 7 mana total if I tap the Blossoms thing. I want to keep the Undying Malice up though. So it could be Jadara and the Occultist, or just the Millipede. This is at least a 4/4. Yeah, let's see what I mill. Creature, 2 creatures. Okay, it's a 6/6 now, with the Undying Malice up still, so if they kill it with Destroy effect, I can make it come back, and it'll be at least a 7/7. That's a Dissenter. That's a Blood Fountain, okay, none of that matters. 1 card left. They don't have an attack. I mill a land for another treasure token, and, well, suddenly I have all the lands I need. Alright. Now the thing, this has only ward 1, so if they have like a Fierce Retribution, that's annoying. That's the risk I'm gonna take here. Can they kill both? This also, you know, can sacrifice stuff to. It can become massive, but I guess I have the Covered Cutpurse there. Yeah, I have the Malice and the Cutpurse. Yeah, I'm going to attack with these and hope that they use the Flesh Taker so that the Fierce Retribution won't be. Because I don't want them to respond to the Undying Malice. That's the thing. So attack with these, now they are finally forced to make at least some kind of blocks. That becomes a 4/4. Okay, so that's how they choose to do it. I will be able to deal 3 to here, and then to the next guy I will be able to deal 3. I guess if they don't sacrifice anything, the Awakener will... Because I will use the Cutpurse to finish off the guy. I guess I'd rather kill the 3/4, do I? Not actually sure which is better to kill here. 3/4, or... I'm gonna put the Ecstatic Awakener in the middle anyway. I want to kill the 4/4. And I want them to give them chance not to use it. Yeah, let's kill the 3/4. I don't know which is better. But I'm gonna do it like this, I guess. It's so tough. I don't know, man. 3-4 of whatever. Let's have it like this. This is fine. So now I'm actually gonna let this go. I assume they're gonna use the Ecstatic Awakener to sacrifice the Doomed Dissenter at the very least. Because that's just value. Otherwise, I'm fine with this trade. Now I'm gonna play the Malice on this guy. And I'm gonna deal 4 to the first one and 2 to the Awakener, but the Cut Purse will finish the Awoken Demon. And then I can cast Jadar, and why not? Why not Novice Occultist? I can use the treasures. Okay. Now I got all played. I am at 18 cards in deck, so I'm not worried about the mill here. But they do have the Mark of Purifier. It does complicate things. Okay, so they are attacking with it. I'm definitely blocking it in a way that it hopefully dies, but they of course do now have something. They wouldn't make this attack just for fun. I mean, this is 3. If they have now a pump spell, it will survive. But the pump spell could be a +2/+2 and indestructible. Adamant Will. It can also be something else. But I don't really feel like putting the Rotstain or anything else there. These I don't mind losing. So let's see. Let's make them use whatever they have. Oh, they just gain life. Is this another mass removal thing? I don't know. Don't mass remove the board. At least this thing draws me a card, but man. That attack doesn't seem to make any sense. It only gains them 2 life. This of course doesn't draw a card unless they... Oh, now it makes slight sense. But it's not that amazing actually. I mill. Oh, Diagraph Rebirth. And I draw a clear shot. That's actually crazy. So now they don't have lifelinker anymore. I can attack with my Decayed Zombie because it doesn't matter at all. I kind of would want to attack with everything, to be fair. I have all these tricks here. I don't care if they can eat something like Jadar for free though. And I think they have enough jumps for the big guys, so maybe it doesn't make that much sense. Probably not. What will I return here? Fellstinger? That's actually totally reasonable. Yeah, I don't think this is necessarily an all-out attack. Even if I attack with the Blossoms, they can block with the 4/3. They are at 9, that's too much life they have. Yep, let's do it like this. Don't mind drawing a card from the Novice Occultist, I guess. It's fine. Also making the Rebirth cheaper is good stuff. Okay. Again, I let them do their thing and then I use the clear shot in response. And this is actually amazing. So they get to gain life. I will first let them scry and then I can do a pretty nice trick here. Because the clear shot is that good. I can actually... Novice Occultist won't die, so that's the thing. But I'm not really sad about that. Because I can kill the Ecstatic Awakener before it transforms. And this is becoming a 2/3, it will eat the bat. Like this. That's amazing. Now they need an actual mass removal spell. That's the only way they can survive here. And I think I'm gonna return my Fellstinger here. I'm gonna eat the Novice Occultist anyway. I get a bunch of cards here. Just in case they do have the mass removal effect, I will have a refilled hand here. Although not with creatures. I have a creature in my graveyard though. And a Blood Token I can use. No rush to do that now though. I mean, they just lose the game if they don't. I mean, look at the board. They need to have a wipe. Wipe them all out. The blood fountain doesn't really help them. Okay, that's a good card, but now it's not going to be enough. So it's day. I can't kill anything with this because this can even... Yeah, I think I will use the Blood Token though. That should seal the deal. Milling a creature for a token, Shadow Beast siding, yep. So, am I going to use my removal pre-combat? I think I am. They get one card draw here when they sacrifice it. But the one card has to be something pretty good. Let's respond. They can still sacrifice the Chaplain of Alms, but I mean, look at their... I mean, they have one blocker to my attackers. So now they have 2 mana and 2 cards. So sorry, 1 card in hand and 2 mana available. I don't think that that card is gonna do anything. That's lethal, so no point using the Massive Might here. Okay. It's easy when the opponent doesn't have mass removal, I guess. And I did draw some pretty critically good cards on some important moments. Can't ignore that. Again, this kind of hand. The opponent did mulligan though. I have a 2-drop and I have a nice 5-drop, so... The problem is this thing is a double caster. I still keep it because if I draw 1 swamp I can use the Malice at least. Chaplain is quite good against the Sentry. A 4-mana green card, it's not the worst draw here, because if I draw any land I can... Oh, they have Nurturing Presence there. I can at least... Okay, that was really good. I can block the play the 2/4, and it's actually gonna block the Chaplain of Alms. Not gonna block with the first trigger. They don't have a creature here though, because they would have played it pre-combat. I'm gonna miss my this turn play, but I mean opponent is dealing me 2, maybe 3 if they have a creature, so not too concerned. The Broodweaver will be good, and then I can follow it up with the Burly Breaker. That's gonna give them... Well, I can block the 3/3 with the 3/1. And I have the 2/4 here to block the flyer. But of course if the opponent has something... Oh, that's nice. If they have something for this, I might be in trouble. But let's see. I guess that Sentry will still block the Cathars here, so... Do they have a attack here? That requires help of a pump spell or something, but they don't have... Okay. Things are gonna be now better. So I could attack now with the Harvestite Gentry if I feel like it. Oh, do they have a Syncopate? Oh, Geistlight Snare. Well, no, I won't be attacking it anymore, but it would have had Coven, and the 3/3 would have been the only thing that can block it, but of course no. No, Geist Light Snare, that was annoying. And do they now have an attack backed up with some kind of a pump spell? Okay, so be it. Cradle of Safety. Now, I guess I'll have to bleed dry that thing. Although, no, I'll have to millipede with the Malice backup, I guess. Mill at least one creature. That wasn't a creature, but I guess that makes them attack with the Cathars and I can use the Malice. And Shadow Beast Siding wasn't a bad thing to mill. It is basically a free 4/4 that I don't have to use a draw step on. But yeah, I'm gonna block with the millipede. It's gonna come back with a bigger creature. Oh, they just... No, okay, they just misclicked attack all. They didn't even want to try it. Interesting. So... Huh. I'm gonna attack. I have the Diecraft Horde here. Okay, so... I have to go for it. It can backfire nastily. Oh, they have something. Did they have to? Okay, at least that resolved. So whatever they have, it's something they didn't want to use because I did show a priority. Maybe it's another counter spell, like a syncopate. Okay, at least I milled one extra creature. Well, they can syncopate this if they want to. I don't want to use the Diecraft Horde. Actually, I don't want to use the Diecraft Horde until I can at least exile either the Drogskull Infantry or the Chapline from the graveyard. Yep. I still have blocks to everything they have, and now they have a 6/6 to worry about. Fateful Mending. Okay, I can exile. Well, I guess if I can't exile it, they can recast it with the mana they have available, but they have only one card left. One card left after all this is said and done. Maybe it's a creature. Maybe they'll tap out for it. Evolving Wilds. Okay, well there is stuff that I want to absolutely... Yeah, now I'm gonna exile it. Diecraft Horde will be quite important here now. Very important. So... They can't do anything right now. They don't know that their graveyard will be mostly exiled. So if I attack with the Pestilent Wolf, they can block with the 1/1 and... I mean, I still need to get rid of the jump blockers, don't I? Maybe I'll attack even with the Weaver here. Because at this point I'm the one who's doing the racing. They can block... I mean, I get at least a 1, 2... Yeah, let's just attack with everything. I want to make them use their, jump blocker so that the 6/6 can actually win the game at some point. I will have the 3/4 to block anyway. So this is exactly kind of perfect, which I wanted to do here. Because they can have the Fateful Mending. It's not that great when they have an empty hand. I get to exile both of their... They don't have anything in hand. Both of the, the actual relevant things there. So, first, Covetous Castaway and the Drogskull Infantry. I won't be showing the 7th land to them. But they can draw 2, discard 2, so they will have only but 1 card left. And still this massive board to worry about. Yep. They did discard lands and have only a land. So I'm gonna just go here all in with these guys. I don't even need to leave the 2/4 to block now. I will just... I could actually bleed dry the Chapline here. But I can do it when they are when they have committed to a double block. I can pay for the ward. Because I don't want it to come back as a 2/1 first strike flyer. Even though it's something I can deal with still. Okay, they only go for that. Well, that's totally fine. Then I will play the Shadow Beast Siding instead. Bye-bye zombies, but it was 4 damage. I was able to deal with them. Plus the fact this thing got to exile some pretty relevant cards that was the huge part there. Yep, they have now 2 power first striker. All of their guys have a ward 1, but that doesn't matter. This doesn't affect my attacks at all. Valorous stands there, that is something I can't deal with. But I still have a superior board here. And they have again an empty hand, they have to top deck something good. So this is for the... I'm simply going to... use the bleed right here to save my 4-4. No. Wrong target, because this already will exile. I need to do this so that this won't go into the graveyard. This will go to exile when it dies. And yeah, this is almost messed up. So now they have an empty board into my everything here still left, and again a wrath effect is needed from the opponent, and they have to top deck it right now. Okay. Big creatures against the blue-white deck can sometimes be just enough when they can't out-tempo you. I keep getting these kind of starting hands. Now they have worked. They have worked indeed, but this hand needs... This doesn't have even the 1 castable spell. That was different from the previous one when I had a 3-1 which I could cast. Again, this hand will be amazing if I draw a green source. I have 8 forests, 2 evolving wilds. That's 10 out of 33. I can also draw a black spell. So I'm gonna again keep this because it's so good if I draw the green. Okay, and this time it happened immediately. Okay, so this is actually a quite nice curve out, but does the opponent have 1-drop, 2-drop? Yes they do, but I will be able to block those things. I don't think I'm gonna block the red strong with the pestilent wolf. Nope, I will have the rot stain which can block it. Maybe this even can create a 1-1 token. Soul Cyberboard. Well, definitely not. I don't want them to, you know, when a creature card... Oh, they missed the land drop. Whenever a creature card is put into their graveyard from anywhere, also from battlefield, they get 1 step closer to transforming this. Okay, I drew even another green here. This is good. So, do I want to have the mana available on the next turn? I don't think I need to have it, because 5 mana doesn't give me any better plays. I'm gonna play this, so I start generating value from it ASAP. That's a millipede, which gives me a 1-1 token. Then I can play the Broodweaver. Let's see now if they have even a 3rd land drop. They do. It is an island though, so is that a mono blue or missing a color situation? Land which is giving me a treasure token. Now I have 5 mana available. Doesn't really affect. Don't really like attacking with anything else than the 1-1, which is fine. I mean, they're gonna get the board flipped at some point, no matter what. I have a fairly, you know, low impact board. I even milled my millipede here, so I need to find some of the heavier hitters, but I do have them in the deck. They go for upkeep. Use this. So they are looking at top 2. 1 remains on top of library. The other goes to graveyard. Spectral Binding goes to graveyard. I mill another land, which is, well, I don't at least have to draw the land. That's the good part in it. So if they're gonna double block the Brood Weaver, I will play the Undying Malice on that. So I think this is a decent attack. Of course they can just take 3 here. This flyer can't, by the way, block ground guys. And they don't exactly have mana to use the 4 mana activation either. They get another Throng there, but I get a 1-2, I get this back as a 3-5. I can play the Weaver of Blossoms and okay, they get to transform this, but it's fine. Another Throng there, and then I'll play this guy and definitely use a treasure token here to also play this guy. And this is now a pretty good board. And they have 3, at most 4 mana if they draw a land. That's a good card, but probably not good enough. Not gonna jump block with the reach guy that can block flyers. Okay, token, occultist. So I'm gonna leave the reach guy to block. The Dream Cycle guy is attacking with most other stuff, but maybe not the Jadar, because they can block with the Lantern Bearer, and I don't like that to happen. I don't want that to happen, yeah. Okay, they are actually letting this one go. This is good for me. I was worried about the guys. Now I can have the 3-5 to even block the Spirit if I need to. Yeah, that is totally fine. And I play another 1 power creature here, but I guess I shouldn't really be really whining here, because opponent has been stuck at such a low line count. Now they did find the planes, but they also realized that given my white board here, I want to actually check it out quickly. They had 1 blocker, but I have what? 2, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attackers, so it wasn't a lethal attack because they had some blockers here, at least 1 plus at least 2, but I guess they just knew what's gonna happen in the end. Even the Decayed Zombies might be something they can't put a 3 toughness creature in front of them. Anyway, they conceded, and let's go to next match. A starting hand where I don't have to take any risky keep here, but they have worked very nicely. I mean, I have to admit that. But then again, my deck actually has pretty consistent mana with 2 Evolving Wilds and 8+7 basic lands. That's like a 10-9 mana base. So the least the deck, the randomness can do is that if I'm gonna keep a risky hand, at least I get the missing color or whatever I'm missing there. But now that's not the case. I can play the 2-4 attacker or the Death Touch. I'm not going to activate the Death Touch anyway, so I just play my 3-drop, so I think I'm going to play this 2-4. They have, well, something can be a pump spell, can be a removal spell, can be a lot of things, very hard to. It can even be like an Olivia's Midnight Ambush, which they couldn't use on a 2-4, or just a Massive Might. That's a sorcery, so that wasn't the card they were holding there. But that's a good one, they net a card there, but at least cards going to creature cards going to graveyard means the millipede is always a bit larger than when I get to cast it. Snarling Wolf. This has many, so that's... This is about to connect. Chaos of Leeches. Alright, that's a nice one. That's a nice one, especially when I draw these lands, which I don't like. Okay, this can be a bit more challenging, but at least I'm gonna be able to just discard the Swamp here on the blood token. The 1-4 also means they basically can't attack with this unless they want to use a spell to get rid of the quest. But yeah, this is going to be a nasty one because it's gonna drain me each turn. I need some bigger creatures here, I guess that's the thing. Because currently I'm not able to win this race. And the Curse of Leeches, even if it never transforms, it's gonna give them a lot of, value. I need something not lands. Okay, Midnight Ambush is questionable here. Because they can double block and pump the Snarling Wolf. I just hate to play the... I mean, I guess I want the Curse of Leeches to die, which I could just do. I mean, just not play a spell here. Because this transforms into a creature and then during night it's gonna get -13, -13. That is the plan I might want to have here. That means not playing the Pestilent Wolf now, but... And this is gonna become a 4/4 just as my guy will be, but I think it's just... I mean, I don't want to keep taking the life loss here and gaining them life, making them gain life. Hopefully they don't have stuff like Undying Malice there, but that's the risk I'm gonna have to take. Okay, they are thinking what to do in my end step. I guess they just use the clue token. I let them attack though. I will be blocking with the Stalking Predator, and if I'm lucky, I mean the Leeching Lurker, if I'm lucky they maybe have a trick they can use, and then I get a 2-for-1 here. Or they okay, that's also a problem. What the? Okay, that's a bigger problem. Oh boy. I hope they attack now with the Leeching Lurker. I can block it. No, they are not gonna do that. Although that's not so bad. Okay, this is not actually bad. Because I'm gonna... Wait a second. This is 1 mana away from the activation. Do they have a trick on this thing? Well, I mean, if they do, I'll just play the Midnight Ambush in response to the trick. Yeah, they do. Okay, well, this goes back to an Aura Curse now, but I got the 2-for-1 if nothing else. Now I just need to draw something else. Okay, this is supposed to transform too. Okay, that was scary for a bit first. Alright, so... Play this thing. I still kind of want more creatures to go into my graveyard before I use the Millipede. I can play the Pestilent Wolf and it will be a Death Toucher. In that case, I actually should attack for 2. It's kind of low impact, but I don't think I need the Shady Traveler now that I have the Death Toucher here. With the Undying Malice, although I think I'm more interested in using the Malice on the Millipede. Okay, they make it into a night. Sure. Sure. So... Well, my Pestilent Wolf will be blocking the Leeching Lurker. I'm gonna attack with this. I kinda hope they block, but I think they don't. They take 4. Seems to makes most sense, but I will play the Millipede in that case. Okay, that is fine. The question is though... Yeah, I'm not gonna use the Malice. I want this to go to my graveyard so that my Millipede will be bigger. That's the idea. Let's trade here. It's a fair trade. And now this with Swamp up. At least a 4/4, hopefully more. Land. Well, I guess if I mill 3 lands, it's not so bad. Besides, I still have the Malice on this, so it will get bigger when it dies. Snarling Wolf. Okay, that's expensive to keep up a 3/3 creature, so fine. Are they willing to attack with the Leeching Lurker now? I mean, it's not even that good. They would rather have the ability to drain me each turn. So now if I attack with the Millipede, they will double block with the wolves. And I can't kill them both. So that's not making any sense. What is making sense is to attack with the Pestilent Wolf. Although trading with the Snarling Wolf doesn't make sense, but the point is I need to still get rid of these guys before my bigger guys do work. Yeah, I don't need the Death Touch here. I have the 3 mana activation up, and then I can play the Shadow Beast Siding. That does mean I don't have the Undying Malice up. Yep, they can do that. It's just a trade. And I'm definitely not using the Malice on this thing. Yeah, I'll have to have one turn when I hope they don't have a removal spell on this particular turn now, because I guess I might tap out for another time because this is a 7 mana card and I have exactly 7 lands. But if I draw a land, it won't happen, but let's hope I don't get punished too much. Okay. That is super horrible now. The oddity will be an 8/8. I mean not exactly dead, but it's still gonna be horrible. They also, I mean, they get it back once more because this thing has flashback. I need to draw my Digraph Horde. They are back to draining life now. Can I raise them? That's also a question I should ask myself. Because I can maybe consider raising. I can take one set of attacks there. Because if I'm gonna leave these guys to block, they will just activate these and then I will lose 2 guys. With the Malice it's not the same exactly. But let's see, this is gonna be a 8/8 and it will pump this guy. They have 8. Okay, they actually might be able to. Well, I have the Gluttonous Quest and the. Let's see, this is gonna drain me. But no, I think this is the. Or is it though? The fact it's exactly 8/8. I mean, I can make a pretty big Millipede. That's the thing here. I have currently a lot more creatures in my graveyard. Well, 1, 2, 3. Plus this gives a counter, so it's at least a 6/6 if it was to die. Now, problem is if I play the Sighting, I don't have the Malice up. If I play the Weaver, I don't have a total of 8 power to kill the Albenwald Oddity here. So I can. So attacking with just one guy doesn't make any sense. It's either with both or with neither of them. Too bad they're at 20. Racing will be extremely hard here. Extremely hard. Because they are gonna attack. For sure. And activate. Threaten lethal. And I don't have a lethal counterattack. Unless I do. I don't know. Let's attack with this. I can't outgrind them with the Kroll from the cellar still being in their hand here. So I'm going to just do this. They don't have any reasonable block here, so they just take it. And I'm gonna play my 4 power guy, so I have a big counterattack. So the point is, if they don't draw a land now, they can't both activate this and the Snarling Wolf. If they do, they can do both, and I'm forced to jump block. Okay, that's okay. They didn't have it, so now they actually can't even. All right, so of course they have the 5/5 lifelinker now, which is awkward. Now, so they saw what happens if they attack. They have a they have to deal with the lethal counterattack. I kind of want to double spell, although then they will just... Well, anyway, I don't have an attack. I'm just thinking about if I should play the Brood Weaver or do I want to save some kind of double spell situation. I mean, if I double spell, they just don't play a spell in the meanwhile. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. I need to draw something. I don't know what it is, but it's not like I can actually affect what I draw here. Okay, they are willing to... I mean, this thing is a enchantment or a curse. It can't be returned with the scroll from the cellar. So this is totally fine. So I'm going to do at least this. I'm wondering if I should prepare for pump spells. They could have like a +3/+3 here. So maybe this is gonna be a 4/4. I mean, if I do it like this, and then I do like this. I don't have to block the Snarling Wolf, but I have one timeout. I have to make my decision. I'm gonna block. I hope they kill the millipede. That's what I mean, I need that to happen. So this is gonna be happening regardless. Now, they're gonna go to 17. That is the problem here. I have one timeout. Do I want to trade? I mean, I'm gonna go down to 9. It's kind of annoying when they have this 8/8, but also I need my 4/4s to actually block the old Wild Behemoth. Maybe. Fine. I don't like this block because they might kill the token, and then that is really annoying. Okay, let's do it like this. I think this is what I'm gonna do here now. It's not... Now, I hope they don't have a pump spell. Token goes away, and then if the... Okay, the lurk... Okay, this is about to die, so hopefully they don't have a response to this thing. And let's see what I mill. It will be big. The Malice will give one counter, and whatever is gonna be milled here more. Creature. Okay, sadly, one creature, and it was a Diecraft Horde. Okay. Okay. No. Because I needed this to become a 8/8. And they have a Giza. Right. I'm glad they didn't play pre-combat, because that would have completely nullified my Undying Malice. Well, I mean, I'll play the Lumbernot, and when I do that, I have no attack because they have such a board here. Now when my creatures die, they get exiled and they get, you know... Okay, I'm not beating these rares. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually happy if they attack with 8. I just take 8 and then win. Well, I mean, I don't know if I win, but I have a very strong counter attack at least. They have to just use the scroll from the cellar, and I don't know what I have to do. I have to draw a kill spell on the Giza, but how many of my kill spells have I already used? I have a Bleed Dry. I don't have a Midnight Hunt. I have the you know, the shot thing. Do I have my Scorpion here? No. I have the green clear shot. So there is some stuff. But I don't have any attacks as long as the Ulvald Behemoth is there. Alive and well. I need a Bleed Dry on the... I mean, I actually need them on both of these, and they can return with the scroll from the cellar. I'm a bit lucky here that they have all these land draws, but sadly it just won't be that enough. They have too much life. They gained so much life from the Curse of Leeches thing, or the Nightbound version. Now they get the Shaded Traveler back. Finally got rid of that thing. So now if I draw a removal spell, hopefully the stuff is removed for good. Okay, I'm gonna self-mill on this thing. I'm not even sure I want to do it, but it is a 4-power creature with the Lambenot, so I'm doing it. Just don't mill the bleed dry, Shalia. Okay, that's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. I won't be attacking with the Novice Occultist. It would be kind of fun, but problem is they get it back. It will be decayed though. They will get a card from it. No, it gets exiled. It doesn't even trigger. Oh man. Alright, so I have a blood token here. I should get rid of the land. Gain even a life there. Oh. Next turn I might actually... I mean, if I attack now, I don't have lethal. They can block my biggest guys, and the Rothstein has summoning sickness. Alright. I need one good. I mean, I just play some creature so that I have the information available. I don't want you to pass with a card in hand, because while it could be a land, it could also be a instant speed interaction that is gonna make my plans bad, but now that's totally fine. Okay. Let's draw the bleed dry. So let's mill something nonsense first, and then draw a bleed dry. That's all I'm asking. Is it that much to ask? Jadar. Okay, clear shot works equally well. I think I might win here. I kind of want to kill the Giza here. So if I kill the Giza, and I have only this is my final timeout. 4, 8, 12, 19, 23, 27, 29. They can block, what, 3 of them? With a massive might? I don't know. I'll do it like this and attack with everything. We'll see what happens. With massive might, I think this is lethal. I can also kill the behemoth if nothing else, but I think this is gonna be lethal thanks to, you know, the Lambenot and all my 4 toughness creatures. So none of my guys trample for now. This is gonna be 8, 12, 16, so this is exactly... They have no tricks here visible, no. So this is 4, 8, 12, 16. So I guess they don't gain life or anything, so I guess I can do exactly this to kill also the behemoth there. And trample at the missing 1 point. This should be exactly 17. Alright. I didn't even need to use the rebirth here. But yeah, this was the Lambenot synergizing with all these higher toughness creatures, and of course Millipede was nice, Undying Malice was very good here. Yeah, that was still not an easy game to win, but the opponent did flood out there a bit at least. They had a lot of lands, so that was my saving grace there, I guess. But yeah, that was in fact that was a win number 7, I think. Yep. So I got a 7-1 deck here, and yeah, I do like the deck here. Mana curve is quite nice, and I have the, you know, the big hitters here. I had some number of removal here still, and some, you know, rares, as in this format, double rares per pack. You should have maybe some rares in your deck. Yeah, they were not like a super amazing ones, but they were still, you know, of course, better than your good quality commons and uncommons. And yeah, mana worked in the end. I mean, with this mana base, this should work very, very easily. But I still have had a lot of hands where I kept 2 lands, where only 1 color was present. But then I did draw the missing stuff early enough that it didn't bother me in the end. Yeah, it doesn't seem like actually an amazing deck, but I had pretty nice games there. Maybe it's just the correct mix of early curve interaction and then some high hitters. High end big hitters, maybe, or maybe I was just super lucky there. Anyway, I am now done with the event. I mean, this particular event, I will be drafting these every day. For videos every day. So I will see you in the video tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and see you then. Bye bye.